I'm so glad you tuned in to Inspiration Press website. I'm Dr. Andrea MacVicar, and I'd like to share with you a little bit about the 3 books that I have written, all going to charity. When you buy a book for $15, it goes to a list which you can, of course, access on Inspiration Press to see where your $15 is going. This is called Tales of ZOFTIC, my very first book about a black Labrador that we rescued many years ago, all in rhyme, and it has 18 illustrations, which a very good friend of mine did pro bono. It's a beautiful book, and I've had a lot of wonderful feedback on it, that you can even sing to it, ZOFTIC up, ZOFTIC down, ZOFTIC all around the town. That's who ZOFTIC really is, and all of her adventures and all of the tales, the problems, and so on that she gets into. I'd like to share with you the back of the book a little bit and read to you, and hopefully it will inspire you to buy the book for $15. ZOFTIC will steal your heart just as she steals her master's socks and undies out of his laundry basket. You can feel the rhythm of her walk up and down all around the town as you read about her friends. There is Zeke, the squirrel chasing Doxy with lots of moxie. And when Kitty falls into a sewer, it's the canine Winner who is to rescue her. When a police call comes in for Officer Dan about a robbery, Zoft and Winner are quick to figure out they are on a criminal scout. Happily, they catch the crooks. But life with Softy, who is a softy, doesn't always turn out the way her master expects, because ZOFTIC's nose knows what is best, and it knows Celia is not the one to marry her master. She owns cats. ZOFTIC thinks Miss Helen is a much better choice. It takes a major storm and a stuck-in-the-mud ZOFTIC to bring them together. Whether reader or listener, the adventures of ZOFTIC will stroke your heartstrings and cause them to sing with laughter and with tears. It's a double love story, and the ages are from 4 to 94. We have youngsters love it. We have adults who read it also love it, and so we hope that you will buy it and love it too. Thank you so much for listening about Tales of ZOFTIC. My second book is Secret of the Laurel Crown. This is an adventure fantasy, and I wrote this as an adventure of a young protagonist who's a girl. Most of the protagonists are males, like in Harry Potter, the chief male protagonist is someone who seems to have all of the adventures. But I chose to write a story about a 13-year-old girl named Carolyn and her brother, 15-year-old brother, who go on major adventures and overcoming many experiences on the planet of double suns. And Carolyn and her brother Jimmy have some very exciting times on that planet. I'd like to read the back of the book to you. This is a novel, and it's for, again, a good reader if the reader is still in elementary school, but I wrote it as a novel for young adults into adults. And so if you like a really good adventure fantasy, an exciting clinging to what's going to happen next, wondering what the next situation is going to be, to see how Carolyn's going to get out of the situation and what Jimmy and she are going to do on this planet, then this is the book for you. The note on the old shoebox read, "Carolyn, I bought this in a garage sale. I know how tough life has been for you these past months. I thought this might help a sad girl smile. Love, Graham. Carolyn lifted the lid and dumped its contents. 500 pieces of the jigsaw puzzle tumbled out onto the worn yellow wool blanket. As she pushed the pieces aside, a faded parchment, its edges ragged with age, caught in the small hole. Picking it up carefully so as not to tear the creases, she unfolded it and read the words in faded black handwritten script. He agape Nikai Panta, the laurel crown shall choose the wearer. Be warned, beware of the Baal contract. Was the secret message about the puzzle? Maybe the message had nothing to do with the puzzle. Somebody from a foreign country could have put it into the box later on. But why? And who? In seeking answers to these questions, Carolyn and her brother Jimmy's adventures begin on the planet of double suns. My last book is actually an autobiography. I've been writing since I was 8 years old. The very first poem I had published, I was 8. It was in the Lima News, and it was all about our presidents. And I started writing at a very young age. In fact, throughout my career, I have written for different reasons, both as a teacher, also as a pastor and as a minister, as well as doing seminars and certainly booklets. And I had a monthly newspaper called the Equipment Newsletter, which had a readership of over 300 people. And so I've been writing a long time, and I know that I look very young, but I've been doing it for a very long time. And this is called Pieces of Stained Glass. I taught a memoirs course, I should say, and of course your memories have to do with writing memoirs. But it was a memoirs course, and what I did, I decided after teaching how to write your memoirs, and in fact you can bring up the notes from the course that I taught if you're interested in keeping a journal, and I recommend that you do that. I've been journaling since I was very young. I decided to put into a book all of the poems as well as some other articles, and 3 actually of chapters that I had written for Tales of ZOFTIC, to put that in this book. And so you have a history as well as hopefully something that will inspire you, touch you, and bring you to realize that we all are in a common lifestyle, and some of the poems will touch you also. I've been very blessed because I've had a number of people, we've sold quite a few of these books, and a number of people have said how much they enjoyed reading the poems. The poems are humorous, the poems are serious, and I hope that you will consider buying the book again for $15. All 3 of these books are each one is $15 a piece, and all the money goes to charity. I invite you to do so. I hope that you will. Thank you for listening.